The Knicks are back. Wow, what a game for these New York Knicks to open up the NBA season. I just got home from Madison Square Garden, and I'm excited to give you guys my thoughts from being there at the game. Just got off the train, I'm back home, and I immediately turned on the camera, turned on the mic to give you guys my reaction to this game. I was really excited to get home to talk about it because that was a special one. Now, these Knicks feel different, and I'm going to break down exactly why I think these New York Knicks look completely different under Mike Brown. To the rotations, to the amount of players that were on the court throughout this game. The Knicks always fighting back when the Cavaliers came back and tied it up or even took the lead. Seeing the effort on both sides of the floor. Key pieces off the bench making impacts. There's a lot I got to break down in this video, but before I do, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. You guys give me your biggest takeaways, Knicks fans, of this game from the New York Knicks getting a W over the Cleveland Cavaliers to open up this season. The Knicks gave out these free t-shirts for the opener, which is pretty fresh, I'm not going to lie. Opening night, baby. It feels good. It's a fatherly tradition. It's father and son tradition of me and my dad to go to these Knicks games every single year on the opener at MSG. Always great to be there with Pops. And, you know, there was a lot of energy in the building tonight. You can feel that Knicks fans are just really excited for this basketball team. The excitement's never been this high, and I think a big reason for that is there's an expectation for greatness this year that doesn't feel like delusion, right? The last few years, there's that, like, yeah, we're supposed to be good this year, but like this year kind of feels solidified because of the success last season and the multiple years of success, the continuity, the roster, the talent. There's a different energy right now around this basketball team, around this fan base, and it felt good to be there. But let's get into this game and what I really took away from it the most. Before we get into like the box score, who led the way, the stats and all that, the overall camaraderie of that basketball team, there's this confidence that I've noticed with them on the floor. There was not one time, me as a fan, I don't know if you guys felt this if you were at the game or just watching at home, I was so confident the whole time that the Knicks were going to win. And usually when I'm watching Knicks games, at least like years ago, I was always a wreck, thinking we're always going to lose because I was just never had confidence in my team. They never had a point guard that we loved. Now we have Jalen Brunson. It was weird. I was watching the game. Even when the Cavs came back and took the lead in the third quarter or maybe the fourth, I was like, it's fine. Like, the Knicks are going to go on a run. They're going to get the win. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I have this new level of confidence with this squad that I don't think I've ever had as a Knicks fan, and it feels good. Not to say they're going to go 82-0 or anything, but I just really have confidence in this squad. No Mitchell Robinson, no Josh Hart, and they still played 11 guys. Like, that right there is the first takeaway I have to say. Mike Brown had 11 players come off the bench before the second quarter started. I mean, let that sink in. That is the biggest philosophical difference you noticed, or I noticed at least, from Tom Thibodeau going to Mike Brown, is deep off the bench. Even with two players injured. When two players are usually injured that are key pieces to the rotation, like a starter in Mitch and a guy off the bench in Josh Hart, what Tibbs usually does, he shrinks the rotation instead of extends it. Well, Mike Brown, that's a completely different philosophy, and I think that's a big reason why the New York Knicks made the decision to go from Thibodeau to Mike Brown. Leon Rose, Worldwide West, they were very open about telling Tibbs, we need to go deeper off the bench. We got some young guys, give them some minutes, stop stretching these, you're starting 40-plus minutes a night, and Tibbs was reluctant to do that. And you saw Mike Brown, just from the rotations alone, the fresh legs, the even minutes, was fantastic. So that's a big takeaway I have, is all these guys coming in off the bench. And there's a lot of guys that came in off the bench that were really impactful in this game. Shout out to my boy Tyler Kolek. Love to see him get some extended minutes in the clutch. Late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, Tyler Kolek was out there. Deuce McBride looking like the early sixth man of the year. Front runner, if I had to say. But wow, that was an exciting game to be at. Now, without Mitchell Robinson, we had Ariel Hukporti start in his place, which is an interesting start to the season. You're seeing Mike Brown wants Cat to be at the 4 throughout the season because he easily could have started Deuce and then slid Karl-Anthony Towns to the 5, but he wants Cat to be really comfortable at that 4 spot. So when Mitchell Robinson does get healthy, he's going to be the starting center. But OG Anunoby was the star tonight, leading the Knicks in points, 24 points, 14 rebounds, which is key here. The Knicks won this game on the glass. They got second chance opportunities. That right there is a big piece. And the big reason why I really bring that up as well is because the Knicks out-rebounded the Cleveland Cavaliers without our best rebounders on the floor, with that being, of course, Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart. The fact that the Knicks were able to out-rebound them at that capacity without our two best rebounders shows you the depth of this basketball team. Shout out to OG for crashing the glass. He also came in with 3 steals and a block shot. Really good stuff from OG Anunoby. The captain with 23 points, 5 assists. Not really an efficient game from JB. 5 of 18 from the field, only 1 of 9 from downtown, but he got to the free throw line, was 12 of 13 from the stripe. Karl-Anthony Towns dealing with the quad strain. It was a weird pregame situation. He's doubtful, but then he's actually questionable. He played tonight, played 31 minutes, had a double-double, 19 and 11. Mikal Bridges had a really good stretch in this game. Early in the first quarter, he kind of set the tone for the New York Knicks to get hot. 16 points for Mikal, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, the defense from Mikal Bridges is absolutely fantastic, forcing those turnovers, getting loose in transition. Ariel Hukporti, he definitely didn't have a great game. He had that one really nice pass to Cat, who had the reverse slam, and then he had a dunk. But I feel like you can definitely tell there's a drop-off. I mean, this is not shocking, but he's not Mitchell Robinson. I mean, you can tell that being there in person. I was watching Hukporti a lot down low, trying to see how he works from boxing out. You know, there's a big difference in terms of rebounding, attacking the glass, especially on the offensive side of the ball, getting those second chance opportunities. Hukporti only had 5 rebounds. I mean, it's one game, but we definitely want Mitchell Robinson healthy when it comes playoff time, more specifically, because that is a big X factor that's going to make this Knicks team completely dominant. I like Hukporti. I think he has a lot of upside, but it's just something I noticed being at the game. But a big story tonight was Deuce McBride off the bench. In 25 minutes, 15 points from Deuce McBride, an efficient 4 of 7 from the field, and all 4 of those field goals were from beyond the arc. 4 for 6 from downtown. Led the Knicks in plus-minus with plus 17 for Deuce McBride. Having a guy like Deuce, I feel like this is his time to really step up to become a full basketball player. We've seen him develop. The Knicks gave him the craziest contract of all time, meaning like a bargain for the Knicks. You know, Deuce deserves to get paid a little bit more, in my opinion. But I think that Deuce McBride is becoming like his full version of himself. He's had so many years of development. He's got a full season last year of coming off the bench, a lot of times starting in spurts with injuries. And I think that now we're seeing a new level of his game, not just in terms of shooting, but the game is slowing down for Deuce. There was one sequence when he turned the ball over, had a travel, had an errant pass, had 2 turnovers, but I really am confident in Deuce McBride to be that spark plug off the bench, hit the clutch threes, and of course, be a really good player on the defensive side of the floor. And Deuce McBride is a big reason why the New York Knicks were able to win this game. Landry Shamet, really good in 13 minutes. Tyler Kolek, floor general. I mean, he was out there just completely leveling everything up. And the really cool thing about this basketball game, like not even just getting into each individual player and their stats, it's so much deeper than that. Like the flow of this offense, you can tell that Mike Brown's philosophy with this Knicks basketball team, it's not really half court, what's the play call, run a play. They're playing free. And that's what Mike Brown is implementing here, where he says as the season progresses, he's going to start installing plays. Mike Brown's not installing plays. He's installing really basic concepts and allowing these guys to just play basketball. Rim reads, feeding off each other, pick and rolls, backdoor cuts, flowing without the ball. And you're seeing that. The ball's moving freely. You're seeing a lot of movements. They're feeding the hot hand. They're finding the guy that's cutting back door. They're finding the open shooter. They're knocking down their shots. Really awesome to see that offense flow the way that it did. And then on the defensive side of the floor, you know, you're getting a lot of deflections, which is key in this defense for Mike Brown. You saw OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, wing stop, baby, get their hands on the ball. Both of them combined for 6 steals total. I mean, come on now. 3 steals apiece from OG and Mikal Bridges. That is the bread and butter of this Knicks defense, is those 2 guys. And the cool thing about this game is whenever the Cavaliers came back and went on their run and Donovan Mitchell went crazy in the third quarter, the Knicks never panicked. They never worried. They didn't have a timeout where you felt like, oh my goodness, the momentum is on the Cavs and we're screwed. Every time the Cavs went on their run, the Knicks responded with their own. Because, I mean, I was at the game and, you know, my dad went to go to the bathroom and get popcorn or whatever really quick. And he left when the Knicks were up by like 15 points. And then by the time he came back, the Cavs came back, made it a 1-point game, and the Knicks ballooned the lead back up to 15 in like a blink of an eye. I'm like, Dad, you see the score? The Cavs actually cut this to a 1-point game when you were gone somehow. I mean, I don't even know. Like, it would happen so fast. The Cavs go on a run, and the Knicks answer immediately. And I think that's the story of this game is runs. And the Knicks were able to get off to a fast start, which is, of course, very important here. But overall, man, really awesome to see this Knicks team on both sides of the floor, and they're balanced as ever. You know, Jalen Brunson is, of course, the captain of this team, the leader, but this is a team that's not dependent on him anymore. It's not like JB has to put 40-piece up every night in order to win basketball games. That's what it was early on in his tenure with the Julius Randle Knicks when Randle went down that year and JB really became who he was. And I think JB needed that, honestly, to become the guy he is now. But 24 for OG, 23 for Brunson, 19 for Cat, 16 for Mikal, 15 from Deuce, 9 from Landry Shamet. Like, there's a balanced effort with this Knicks basketball team, and that's why they're a dangerous squad and why you should really feel like this Knicks team is different, is the depth and the balance. There's not a lot of teams out there that have that many players that can put up 15 plus any given night, and the Knicks got that. They got the defense, they got the offense. Very impressed with this Knicks team. I'm at a loss for words. It's just one game of 82, and it is against a team that the Knicks are going to be having to contend with throughout the entire Eastern Conference to try to get that number 1 seed, because that's what I want. And I'm assuming the Knicks are going to be facing off against the Cavs this year in the playoffs. I can just feel it, whether that's in round 2 or the Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like that's going to happen. So you guys let me know if you agree with that. But big time shout out to Sleeper, man, for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media. Really excited to have some Knicks player prop bets throughout the season that we're going to be talking about all throughout this season. Don't forget to use the code Knicks to get your $20 deposit matched up to $100. You get $20 for free, and then you can also get a 100% deposit match up to $100 when you make a deposit by using the code Knicks. Terms and conditions apply, of course. Big time shout out to them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you did not already, and comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji if you stayed all the way to the end, folks. I'm out of here. Let's go, Knicks. Oh, baby. Knicks basketball's back, and it feels good.